defense is appealing that decision a federal judge made in the case of a non-citizen in possession of a firearm against federal law. We've talked about this case, and the movement continues now in the appeals courts. Welcome in, Bishop on Air. I'm Greg Bishop. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join me each and every weekday morning as we break down a variety of different things impacting Illinois in particular. So let's jump right on into this. We had, of course, the case of the United States of America versus Herberto Cabral Flores, who was a non-citizen in the country illegally. And I believe this case started back in 2022, where this individual was caught with a firearm as an undocumented illegal alien and was charged, went to court. His attorneys argued that that particular charge was unconstitutional because it violated the Second Amendment. Well, you had a judge in that case, Judge Sharon Johnson Coleman, in the Northern District of Illinois, who sided with Flores in this case, saying that the Second Amendment allows for illegal aliens to be in possession of firearms for self-defense. So that case, of course, was decided March 8th by that district judge in the Northern District of Illinois. And now we have the latest filing in the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals, where you've got the filing here having the notice of appeal given the United States of America appeals of the United States Court of the Seventh Circuit for the court's order dated on March 8th, granting defendants' motion to dismiss the indictment, which was entered on the docket March 8th of 2024. So here you've got this filing that's ultimately announcing an appeal. And it goes into just a little bit of the background here. You've got the attorneys stating their case. The United States of America, pursuant to Circuit Court rule, hereby submits the following docketed statement that ultimately spells out that the defendant in this case, Flores, was charged in a one-count indictment with unlawful possession of a firearm by an alien illegally and unlawfully in the United States. The legal term there, alien, illegally, and unlawfully in the United States. This is the Biden administration, by the way, making these statements in legal filings. All right, so the Biden administration with the Department of Justice is the one that's ultimately filing this appeal, and again saying that Flores was here illegally as an illegal alien and ultimately charged with this one count. Defendant moved to dismiss that indictment, and of course on March 8th, the court granted that motion to dismiss. The United States has timely filed its notice of appeal on April 4th, so this was last week, within 30 days after the entry of granting the defendant's motion to dismiss. The district court's order being appealed was entered on the district court docket March 8th. So again, get just a little overview here, and the filing goes on to include that ruling where the district level judge ultimately said that the NYSERPA v. Bruin led to this idea that the Second Amendment has a much higher threshold for the government to impose restrictions on, and therefore a undocumented individual has the ability to possess a firearm for protection. This sparked all kinds of debate, especially in the Second Amendment community about, well, does the Second Amendment cover citizens or does it also cover non-citizens? Is it an inalienable right only afforded to citizens of the United States, or is it for all people in the country? So you've got that side that's arguing, but you've also got others saying, well, if this is the case, that an undocumented resident can have a firearm, and the Second Amendment allows for that, and laws that prohibit individuals from having such firearms are unconstitutional. Well, the FOID card has a provision, Illinois' Firearm Owner Identification Card has a provision in it that you have to attest that you are a legal citizen, not an alien. And again, some of the terminology that even the Biden administration's DOJ using in this case, saying that the appeals court needs to take it up, you've got them using the term alien illegally in the United States. So interesting to see that, and of course we'll have to track that case. But other developments in the Southern District of Illinois, where you've got tomorrow being a status hearing moving forward on the merits of challenging the state's gun ban. That case proceeds, and yesterday there was a filing in that case that ultimately has a pro hoc vice filing. And this is for plaintiffs, the Barnett plaintiffs, Hood Guns and More plaintiffs, and the National Shooting Sports Foundation plaintiffs. Attorney Brian Votz is being brought on and asking for a pro hoc vice, which wasn't familiar with what a pro hoc vice is, but apparently it's a Latin term. I thought it was pro hoc vice, but it's pro hoc vice. It's a Latin meaning for this one particular occasion. So apparently they're bringing on this individual, Votz, to be a plaintiff's attorney. Who is James Votz? Well, if you look up on the internet, you'll find a listing here. James Votz practices a variety of different industries, including chemical, large industrial machinery, and firearms industries, and has earned a reputation for trying and winning cases in federal and state trials and appellate courts across the country. So they're bringing on an attorney here to represent some of the plaintiffs in that particular case in the Southern District as they prepare to go into a status hearing tomorrow. And that's going to be down in the Southern District. I'm going to do what I can to try to cover that. It's just busy with the State House in session and just one person, right? So I'll see what I can do to get the latest on the status hearing, and we'll obviously be checking the court docket for the Southern District of Illinois. But those are just some of the things happening in the span of gun and litigation and the Second Amendment, the state's gun ban, and non-citizens having the ability to have firearms in the state of Illinois or elsewhere. And we're tracking both of those things. But other cases, of course, we've got to find out the latest in Chicago's lawsuit against Glock, because that federal lawsuit that's going after the law Chicago's using against Glock, that case still is on the docket and moving forward. And even the plaintiffs in that case challenging the state of Illinois' firearm industry liability law, they are pointing to the Chicago lawsuit against Glock, saying, hey, this is why this case is important. We got to move on this. So that's another case that we'll be following out of the Southern District of Illinois. So tons to tackle in that space. And of course, we'll keep you posted. So be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell with Bishop on Air. So appreciate you guys. We've got plenty more. Be sure to check out the channel for all kinds of topics. Again, just search Bishop on Air, and you can find me on X, on Facebook, and elsewhere. Again, Bishop on Air, anywhere.